there is a chance that Na can just be can evolve into a complete menace again, especially if Volibear decides to give Nagia the treatment that Enpa got in game 1 from Killer Queen. So this could be very exciting as these teams are gonna spread out. Should be fairly basic starts. Killer Queen should have a little bit of extra priority working through his mid lane, but will not be able to push too deep into the jungles, because the side lanes should really they shouldn't really have much pressure in either top lane or bot lane, unless Nagia manages to find a very good trade on with that trial by fire.
Both junglers, though, starting on the bottom side of the map. So maybe we'll see some aggression towards that top side. As you mentioned, DNK might just want to give Nagia that same treatment that Empa got in game 1. I don't think Empa would want any ganks, though, to be honest, Marby, because if he gets ganks, that means no solo kills. And Empa's been enjoying his solo kills. I think he's on 16 right now in the split, because he did get 3, I believe, in game 1 of this series.
I think so. It's fairly high. He's racking them up pretty quickly, and he's going to be looking to add a few more, quite for sure. Gameplay is going to be a little bit harder to get into. We're going to play a little bit safer and have that free wave clear from range as the time goes on, but very aggressive trading coming out early on that you really like to see it coming out from these two players. Now we're going to see a bit of a scrap in the bot lane. See who can actually find this level 2 first. It looks like Wales are getting the advantage, but they won't be able to really capitalize on it too much, I don't think. They don't really have a way to force a trade coming out level 2. So it's just going to be a little bit of a back and forth, maybe try and push Pike off experience best he can, and here comes the pain.
Empa jumping in. Can he land any CC? Nagia flashing out of the boulder toss. And that is one summoner spell down for the side of Team Wales.
Good flash to put enough distance. DNK could have committed the flash to follow, but it would have been a little bit too far away, and Nagia would have ended up getting safe under tower. So you got the flash early. You can return to that comfortably, and now Killer Queen is going to be very aggressive. I don't think you win this, buddy.
Oh, dearie me. Killer Queen, does he want to go in? Doesn't have a smite, so can't smite onto the red buff. He's forced to walk away. Maybe he can try to help out Glory on DR1, but won't be successful in that. Never mind, DR1 maybe going in a little bit too far, but DR1 might actually be able to turn this one around. In a 1v2, DR1 gets first blood, and now looking for Glory. Sky Splitter sadly doesn't land onto Glory. Good seismic shove. DR1, does he die? Going in, flashing away from the abductor's Glory, and DR1 almost getting 2 kills for nothing.
Yeah, you could actually see how the passage of play was actually panning out there as we moved down into the mid lane. We saw that Glory had actually tried to make his way up, but just took so much damage from the side of DR1 that wasn't actually have been able to assist Killer Queen like was planned when he made that aggression, made that push towards the red buff, but on the way out just did not respect the Silas damage level 1. Oh, well, early levels, like level 3, level 4 now. So just didn't respect this early Silas burst and just
Palat.
And Palat.
DR1 going for another aggressive play, but unable to get onto Glory. Now in a 1v1 with Killer Queen. Could look to go onto Glory again, but is just on the run. Will be able to sidestep out most of the damage from the threat. He look to go back on Killer Queen, but the unraveled earth stops the dash in its track. DR1 still looking for Glory in a really tricky situation. Goes the Kingslayer! Not enough! He gets a burn! Corrupting Potion, I think, getting the kill for DR1.
The Corrupting Potion comes out big, and you just saw how long he can survive. Kingslayer is absolutely nuts at this stage in the game, and just survive so long. DNK getting aggressive. He's only going to get the one chicken before the teleport from Glory sends him packing, but this pressure coming out from the Silas is so much. That's 2 kills already. The scoreboard does not want to tell us that is the case. Big Wales fans coming in from the VTV production. But it is Oh, that is not the start you want to give to the enemy Silas for sure. And this is set up for Dia1 to just take over this game real fast.
Was it red buff burn? Because he does have double buffs.
He does, because he got the kill onto Killer Queen earlier, but I'm not sure. It feels like, I think it timed out a little bit beforehand, but does not seem to be the case. Yeah, it just seems like red buff was the deal maker, and oh my goodness.
Oh, Emperor go for solo bonus again, but the Sonic Wave lands from Killer Queen, dives on in, and Nagia will be able to get the kill.
Not quite enough, but sees Killer Queen top. That's the pressure. That gives SBTC time to pick up the Dragon Cross map. So, in the end, Emperor's life was traded very effectively, and it's all fine and dandy for the side of SBTC. They are willing to take this fine, as Dia1 starting to lose out on a trade from Glory.
Dia1, can you calm down, you absolute lunatic? But this time, Glory does get the kill.
Yeah, with a little bit of assistance from that tower barrage, and just, yeah, they catch Emperor poking his head up very far, and there's something going on in the replay. I don't think it might be much, the picture-in-picture. In the end, yeah, Emperor dies.
We go back to the picture-in-picture when everything has ended in the picture-in-picture.
Of course, it's what we want. Palette's taking a lot of damage. Love to see it. That's the trade. DNK lost a lot of summoners. Ariadne is down 2 summoners. Palette down 2. So 2 flashes for 1. Not really worth it when there's a Devour coming up very shortly in a wave or 2. But nice attempt from SBTC. They certainly tried. They certainly gave it their all.
Okay, I want to do a quick throwback to the last Pike game we had in the VCS. I'm really sorry, but it was Genius against Gam. It was BOB on that Pike. And it was a questionable Pike performance, I think is the best way to phrase it. And one of the reasons it went badly for Genius, I think, as you were phrasing it in that series, Marby, was the fact that Genius only looked for engages through Pike, and whenever they couldn't find those Pike engages, it was, oh, I guess we can't do anything now for 10 seconds. But I feel like this SBTC composition is not that same composition that is entirely reliant on a Pike engage.
They have a lot. They have options available. They have the Gnar. They have the Moonlight Vigil. They can also look for something like a Dragon's Rage kick from Silas, which is going to be very interesting to see. But now DNK is overstepped, and he's going to get booted into Glory.
He kicks DNK into Glory, but Dia1 is there as well. They will get the kill onto DNK in the hijack. Dragon's Rage from Dia1, not enough, and now Team Wales, they're making their way up to the top side. Emperor's on the run, but the Weaver's Wall, is it coming in? No. And Emperor now in a 1v3, no solo kill this time round for Emperor. Dia1 flashing forward, looking for the kill onto Nagia. Emperor's actually going to survive. How has he done that?
Dia1 saves Emperor's life. He draws the attention of 2, pulls them away. Fantastic tanking from the side of Dia1, letting his DPS get to safety. And now they're going to go pick up this tower, unless there's a sneaky over the wall from Killer Queen, but does not look like it. There's nothing really in the tank, so...
Oh, Emperor's staying as well.
Everyone's
staying.
Oh!
Phantom on the toe of the wall, Killer Queen! Of course he lands a Sonic Wave! Palette flashes, DNK shows up, Ariadne in the top lane as well, everyone on the top side, Abductor's not land, but Killer Queen will fall nonetheless, and it is a 1-for-1 overall.
I think that was worth it, trading jungler for support when Rift Herald's on the menu, and that's just... Killer Queen, the embodiment of Lee syndrome. He lands that Q and he says, I must follow. And so he does. Over the wall, he's going to give up his life, and that gives SBTC fantastic positioning. Now Glory's going to walk into Dia1 and have to get away. Oh, no. It's over.
Oh, it is over. Dia1, what's that, his 5th kill of the game?
Good question.
Wait, no, it can't be 5th kill. SBTC only have 4 kills. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, just gets over the wall, but lands that Q. It's fantastic mechanics, but it's
team death.
Making as he walks straight into DNK, and then Dia1's able to just pick this up. The kill onto Glory is just extra on top of it. And now this SBTC Rift Herald has to be the case. Killer Queen. I don't know. I never
Oh, this is why we love the VCS.
Yeah, that's it. It's absolute chaos. 3, 2, and 1 is the side of DO1. Now just need to pick up an assist for Glory, and then they're matching. They're lovely friends, and that's it. That's all.
9 kills. Can I also just say, both mid laners 3 and 2 right now. Glory actually has more CS, so Glory is more fed than Dire 1. How that happened, I don't know. Because, as I said before, I thought Tier 1 had like 5 kills or something. I thought that's how many he had managed to pick up. So yeah, I don't know where that's happened. We've had a crazy first 10 minutes of this game, if anyone's tuning in right now. Game 2 between SBTC and Team Wales, and the gold is practically dead even right now as well.
Dead even, just that Infernal Drake and a back pocket Rift Herald making up that difference. And with this power and this positioning over the bot lane, looks like the Dragon is next on the menu. Killer Queen scouting that with that Sonic Wave, but does not really have any lanes in position to help contest it. So 2 Dragons for SBTC Esports, and they are very happy right now. Just slowly building up their small advantages. And well, if they can get some more plates down as well, that's fantastic. They want the Cephalios ahead. They want to catch him up to the rest of the game.
Runaway Ariete, you don't want to be heading down. Oh, lucky to avoid out on the bone skewer. DNK is here and has a Stormbringer available. That will disable the tower, and there is a wave that is crashing in as well. Moonlight Vigil landing onto both members. Graviton with a lockdown. The Devour will keep Ariete alive. Spat back out the shield. Big Dire 1 making his way over. But here's Killer Queen and Glory as well. Team Wales are bringing more friends to the fight. Oh. And DO1 is kicked. DO1 is slapped. And DO1 is murdered.
That was a beautiful roundhouse kick over the rocks. Instant stun and just perfect lockdown. Now, that's lurking. They don't seem to be aware, but he can just get over the wall, not in any real danger. Blue buff going to go down, but the real victory here is they deny the Rift Herald play, most likely. Unless Killer Queen's going to get too hypey again.
This is the VCS. Plays do not get denied. Plays just get facilitated. However, nobody will die in that particular play.
Yeah, that sort of fizzled out a little bit. Just couldn't quite bring it all over the
Round 3, folks. Let's go. Celebrities forced to flash away from the Sonic Wave. Is that it? Are we actually done, Marby?
Well, that's DNK has backed. Killer Queen has not left the area. Celebrity and Paulette still hanging out. It looks like it's over. Can I quite say yet?
Is this going to be the feeling when AOT finally release their final season for real?
No.
Is it over? It's finally over. No more?
Sorry. This is final season part 12.
Version 2.9.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, we're going. We've got a play happening once again. Flashing out of the undertow. And CBL flashes away from any further damage. Wait, did he just die? Did he just W?
Yeah. Abyssal dive. They had no CC left, so it's just going to be the Rift Tower drop. No plates were able to be claimed because of the earlier kerfuffle. And now it's
no
just
plates
a
were damaged.
Wasted Herald.
No plates were damaged in the making of this video. Okay, has it ended for real now?
Looks like it. Just a bit more trading in the mid lane, and all in all, we're stuck at a small gold lead for the side of Team Wales. Dragons in the side of SBTC, and all in all, I think that means we're pretty much even, especially when you take into consideration the 3 gold Nagia will be printing for himself, thanks to that gameplay passive, and that should be the bulk of the lead, I would imagine, in that top side. Because it looks so very even across the rest of the map.
And Nagia has that first item completed. Emperor doesn't, but yet Nagia is playing very cautiously of Emperor. Surprisingly so, considering that Triforce has been completed. Oh, very nice triple barrel from Nigia.
And I'm surprised Emperor's not this one.
Just flash it, Killer Queen.
Should know by now. Killer Queen is always nearby, and that's kind of it. Nigia is basically just trying to pull the wave, get a little bit of poke down onto Emperor where he can, and then bait him in for Killer Queen.
You know, this game right now, Bobby, I feel like this top side is like, you know, when your dad like takes you football, or like your older brother or something like that, and you're playing in a field, and then they'll like set up a goal for you, so all you have to do is just like toe poke it in the goal because they're like wrestling down the goalkeeper or something. That's Killer Queen right now, just always on the top side helping Nigia. Here, Nigia, here you go, here's the kill for you.
Give you a softball so you can hit a 6, you know, and then you just have such poor coordination that you just end up getting stumped anyway.
That's when Killer Queen becomes. That's when Killer Queen becomes the dad who starts shouting like, "How could you miss it? It was so easy!"
And that's when I give up my career in sports. Yes, very much so. They're just trying. Nigia just trying to keep this wave pull, trying to feed it in, and good seismic shove from Glory gets a bit of good damage down onto Celebrity. But look at the top side. This is the side of the fun right now. Wall comes down, and
I thought Killer Queen was stuck. Kicked back over the wall. DNK will fall, and Team Wales get the one and only kill of the fight before turning their attention towards the Rift Herald.
Yeah, the ability to just traverse the map so quickly is what makes this Talia so great, and able to cut off DNK, give Killer Queen that access to that kick, knocks down DNK, picks up a Rift Herald, and now they can put that wherever they so desire. They actually already picked up the bot lane tower, missed that on the notes, as yeah, Arietti and CBL just finding an isolated tower and picking that up for free. Now they're going to break open this mid lane, and this should provide so much pressure for the side of for the side of Wales now to control vision and get a really good grasp on this game.
And they're going to be able to get their first Drake of the game. We have a Mountain Rift, and the first Mountain Drake goes the way of it, Team Wales, as they can look to start stacking those up, and that's going to be really nice for CBL and Killer Queen to kind of frontline any damage from the likes of Celebrity and DR1.
And again, going for a little bit of dirty farming right now, and well, now he's lost the Mega Gnar. Does he want to continue?
And Emperor's on the wrong side of the map as well. See, Emperor, I don't know how he's going to get out of this, because Glory is on his way up, and Nagia's just been waiting, flashes out of the seismic shove. Poor Gnar.
He's doing his best. He's trying so hard, but every time he goes to bully someone, bully Nagia, a teacher pokes his head around the corner. It's like, oi, stop that.
Okay, Marby, that is incredibly unrealistic to suggest that a teacher would actually prevent bullying instead of just blaming the person who's getting bullied. So I demand that you think of another metaphor.
They're usually okay when they are present at that time. It's usually a dissuasive measure rather than a retributive, whatever. Let's move on. Point is, Glory shows up, Emperor runs away. That's how it goes. Now we're back to just playing farm ping pong. We're waiting perhaps for that next objective. Minute 2 this Baron, so a little bit of vision has been set up there. But neither team is probably really confident to start it, so just gonna wait perhaps for this dragon to be the next real point of call.
So,
move on.
I just want to say quickly, I don't think I've seen Palette use his ultimate once this game. I don't think he's had an opportunity. It's not Flame. I'm just saying, I don't think we've seen a death from below yet. Fun interaction.
Yeah,
okay,
really nice
we don't.
Ooh.
That cannon barrage is questionable. DNK making his way over. Killer Queen here doesn't land the Sonic Wave, so that's just a solo kill for Glory. Oh, the stream went down as well. So, hello everyone on VCS English. I don't know if you can hear us. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't. Either way.
Yep, they can.
Okay, cool. Good. I saw, like, the thing come up where it says, like, the broadcaster's no longer broadcasting thing. I thought, that might be an issue. But it seems like it has resolved itself.
Seem to be fine right now, and Yellow Green keep pushing up. Team Wales making the most out of that Twemper. Glory popping off this game, being able to land fantastic seismic shoves that have really changed the course. Now, Team Wales feeling very much in control right now, and that's exactly what they need to do. They want to turn this around. They want to try and take a scalp off one of the best teams in the league. If they do that, that would really kill your narrative from the start of the day about the two undefeated teams matching up. But that said,
well, that's two games that Wales have to win. 2 games.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a good start. You want that start of getting at least one.
Well, a 2k gold advantage right now for Team Wales. We've got Baron up on the map as well. We've got a Drake in 1 minute's time. We've seen the teams handshaking over Baron versus Drake in game 1. We'll see whether they want to do that again here in game 2. Ariete now having that Umbral Glaive is just clearing out vision so easily, which makes Palette's life a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, Palette has been real starved right now. Hasn't been able to pick up his own Umbral Glaive and contest the Vision War. And I have to say, speaking of items, big fan of what Ariete is doing, going for this Kraken Slayer after the Umbral Glaive. Umbral Glaive is, of course, just absolutely nutty and way too strong, but with the Kraken Slayer in hand, Ariete will actually be a decent damage threat on the center and contribute to fights more than just the Eclipse, Pokey, almost a heal bot, Q bot that we've seen from a lot of centers recently, and looking to pick off Palette.
Howdy, Palette, says Glory. Palette flashes over the wall, so here's an ult traded for a flash. And now Team Wales find themselves with priority in the river for this Mountain Drake. But look at Emperor. He's all the way on the other side. No Narbar will get spotted out by a control ward, and Team Wales will just be able to pick up this Drake for free, their second Drake of the game. And Ariete not even staying around to be able to pick up the 2 mists that were dropped. Just going to head straight on over now towards the Baron. May look for a fight. Palette hooking CBL over the wall. Killer Queen Sonic Wave not quite going to land.
Yeah, looking on for the flank, but yeah, just Wales just trying to beeline it. Killer Queen!
Killer Queen finds DNK, lands the kick. Will be able to chunk down DNK down to half health. Daiwan has shown himself, but not looking for the engage just yet. He's just sitting in the Baron pit. It's going to take damage from the Nasher before he's able to dash his way out. All the while, Team Wales still fully healthy.
Yeah, Team Wales just pushing them off that middle wave. Did not want to trade a tower for that dragon, and in that extended play, they don't get any kills, but they get a massive health lead, and waves aren't in position for them to
Ariete, get the miss! Ariete!
Baron's not quite there either, not quite on the table, and just that Stormbringer being able to keep DNK safe and stop that pick from going down means no Baron for the side of Wales, but we're starting to see that they have pretty much full control, and SBTC are not quite willing to take these team fights if they're not on their terms.
Now, I do want to go back to the scaling aspect that we talked about before, Marby, because do you think this is the case that if Team Wales can scale and if Sen and Gangplank get to their strong item breakpoints, do you think it just becomes very difficult for SBTC to win, or do you think it's still a case of just whichever team executes their composition better will win?
Yeah, I do think it's whoever executes better will win, because Gnar ultimate is always fantastic late game. Late game Aphelios damage is huge. Silas as well is a menace. And if you can get those pike resets going, it should all be fine for SBTC. The problem is, it is harder to execute on if you're SBTC.
Very good hook from Palette, but CBL just uses the ultimate to deny SBTC from engaging further. But that's a Q for an ult, and now there is a lot less PL for Ariete or even Glory and Nagia.
Yeah, That's sort of it. They have to play through vision a lot more. They have to be a little bit sneakier to really utilize the strengths of their composition. And if they go for the single pick, the Devour can always upset them. Now, pushing up in the siege, Glory isn't really in a position to push the wave, so that could have been an opportunity. But backing off from SBTC, they have full vision control over this pit and want to keep it that way for sure, but they are going to reset, and this gives Team Wales the opportunity to clear it out themselves. Just sort of sitting in a bit of a lull state, waiting for the next thing to happen.
Nagia and Emperor just sitting inside, and it's kind of throwing waves backwards and forwards to each other in that previous kind of standoff that we saw between SBTC and Team Wales. It was just Nagia sitting in the bottom lane, and now Dire 1 maybe stepping too far forward, and it is 3 members looking for Dire 1. He will go golden, but he's in such a difficult situation, and there's not much that SBTC can do around the map. Nagia will get the kill, and Emperor's just going to keep on pushing this wave in the bottom lane, as Celebrity will be able to secure the outer tower in the mid lane.
Push for the mid lane was the response, but now Team Wales are going to have to try and get something back for it. Going to go start up this dragon, but CBL is caught out alone.
Oh, he fails the flash, and he can't get the Abyssal Dive off in time. Palette gets the kill, using the Death Run below. Still has that stack, still has it ready to go. Can they catch Palette? The Sonic Wave will land. Killer Queen goes in. Phantom Undertow does get used.
Okay, Killer Queen. Man, that was a bit rough, but in the end, that is Palette getting out, so it's 1-for-1 overall, but so much pressure in mid lane tower going down. SBTC coming out ahead on the play, and just gonna see, yeah, CBL just too far away from the rest of his team, and a good bone skewer just means he's isolated. And of course, the failed flash does not help matters. Can't get out at all.
Drake in 28 seconds. That's going to be the focus for both teams, and both teams have all 5 members up and alive. Ultimates available for practically everyone, with the exception of Palette and Killer Queen, but those will be coming off cooldown very shortly.
Teleports are up for both for pretty much everyone across the map. Glory doesn't have one at the moment, but has that wall, so is not going to feel left out by any stretch of the imagination. But I would imagine they want to keep Glory near the objective to wall off an entrance, and Queen, Team Wales are just giving up this dragon for this Baron control, but they only need to send Emperor to take the dragon, and SBTC can contest with ease.
And don't forget, Emperor has teleport, so he can just teleport right into that Baron pit as soon as he is done. He's in Mega Gnar right now, so when he teleports in, he will be in Mini Gnar. This is a big advantage for Team Wales. They're looking for Celebrity. Sonic Wave lands, flashes, gets the kick onto Celebrity, and Celebrity will fall. 1-0. Palette forced out of the fight. DNK on the run, licked and stunned. DNK out, Die 1 on the side. Team Wales don't know which way to go, and instead, they look towards the Baron. They get their kill, and now they look to start up on the Nasher once again.
Flash and Ultimate are down from DNK. He has to reset as well, so there's no Smite Steal in the books. It'd be up to the burst of DO1 to try and take it. It'd have to be a miracle. CBL is not letting anyone close. That's a free Baron.
Baron secured for Wales, and SBTC, all they got for it was, well, they took a death, and they were able to get a Mountain Drake. So they are 1 Drake away from Soul Point. That is a silver lining for them, but it is Team Wales who now control the game with that purple buff.
Yeah, we have to see Wales really make the use of it. They have decent side laning with the Gangplank and the Talia, but can they really make the use of it in controlling this mid wave and making sure that they don't get collapsed on by any means? And this is an interesting wall from the side of Glory. I think I was expecting him more to be for a lock someone off, but it did set Celebrity into a position where he had to use the flash, let Killer Queen kick him back into the team, and then here they make the call to go for Baron and leave DNK alive rather than go for the kill. Overall, it's correct because they did enough to keep him away from the Baron for sure, and now the siege is going to start anew. They have good range on Arietti, but he's pretty much the only one. I suppose Glory is ranged as well. I'm so used to melee mid laners, but they have decent range and they can just sort of poke at this tower. Not the best wave clear coming in for SBTC either. But the blue gun is there, so they can do a little bit.
And this wave clear is pretty much all on Celebrity as well. Dia1, again, if he wants wave clear, he's got to kind of get right into the thick of the action, and he just takes so much poke from Glory and Ariete. Weaver's wall drop down. This is just to allow Team Wales to really siege onto this inhibitor tower. They land a seismic shove onto DNK cannon barrage, and the railgun will secure the kill. And now Team Wales continue to pressure on it to the inhibitor tower. They will secure it, and now they look towards the inhibitor as well. Pellet almost hit by another great seismic shove from Glory, but Team Wales get what they want, and they will make their retreat.
Inhibitor open, still got a minute left. Unfortunately for Wales, their side waves are in shambles, and they can't quite rotate into a neatly set up conversion to pick up another side lane tower, so probably gonna struggle a little bit to pick up another thing off this Baron buff. They might grab another Alpha if they're lucky, but seems like this will be the end of the Baron. But inhibitor broken, that is fantastic news for the side of Wales.
And once the inhibitor's broken, once the base is cracked open, it just makes things so much easier for the aggressing team to be able to find that killer blow. Just so much more added pressure now available to them. As you mentioned, their sideways were in a bit of a dire state, and Team Wales now looking towards the bottom lane and looking towards that inner tower and the inhibitor tower subsequently after.
This generally has been a bit of a strength of SBTC, as we've said in the past. They've had very good macro control, and the side wave control has been part of that. And that sort of setup here does prevent a lot of power that could have come out from this Baron. This could have been so much more. It could have been 2 inhibitors if waves had been set up for Wales, but everything's been happening very fast. Wales didn't really have the time to set things up properly, and Killer Queen is 10 feet ahead of the rest of his team as always, and careful, buddy.
On the plus side for Killer Queen, he does have that dash if he needs to get out to safety, as demonstrated right there by Killer Queen himself. Inner tower now gone in favor of Team Wales, and now they have full control over this bottom side jungle that the observers are highlighting really well. And Drake up in 38 seconds.
Oh. Free calling within his own base with Moby Boots. You're wasting time there, my friend. Small nitpicks. If you're within your base walls, it's faster to walk back. Pretty much every time. So
look, Palette's legs are hurting. He doesn't want to walk anymore. He just wants to sit and get teleported back.
Anyway, now that's kind of all this extra time left. Those 2 seconds of tempo lost mean that this dragon is all belonging to Wales. However, they have given up the complete top side. SBTC have decided we are going to break this top lane tower. We are trading for that heavily. And there's no response from the side of Team Wales. They don't really want anything except this dragon, so that's going to be just a bit of extra gold coming onto Emperor. He's feeling very happy right now. Getting pretty far ahead. Maybe not far ahead, but he's got a lot of gold. But compared to gameplay, I don't know. Point is, he's happy. He's got some more items. He's going alright.
With that, Drake, both teams are now onto Soul Point, and I do feel, so correct me if I'm wrong here, Marby, but I feel like we had 11 kills in the first 15 minutes or so, and after that we've had 5 kills over the next 20 minutes.
Yep, that's pretty much the case. Teams have been playing a lot more defensively. SBTC, a lot of kills have been getting away sort of by the skin of their teeth for sure, and we've seen a few kicks that didn't work out. Killer Queen looking for so many picks time and time again. Here comes the pick onto him.
But Killer Queen not getting baited. He's got to find the kick, and Palette is dead. Just like that. Team Wales flashing forward. Seismic shove will land onto Taiwan. Flashes away out of the cannon barrage, but Team Wales will continue to aggress Taiwan using the abscond over the wall. But now there's a teleport coming in from behind, and SBTC are getting pinned, and Celebrity is popped just like that. 2 for nothing, and Dire 1 is surely going to fall. Goes Golden, but Nagia is waiting, will get the kill with the barrels, and now DNK is on the run as Nagia and Glory continue to hunt. Team Wales, though, just continue to push in the mid lane. Emperor lands an ult onto Killer Queen, who just goes Golden, and Emperor will get run down. Seismic Shove will not land. Killer Queen dashes his way out. Palette now back alive, having respawned, but the siege just continues on to the Nexus Towers from Team Wales, and just like in Game 1, all of a sudden Team Wales win a fight, and Team Wales will take us to Game 3.
Not without getting another kill onto the